Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to my living room. This is where I decided to bring you today. I was going upstairs to the studio. It's all set up. The lighting is great. And then I thought, oh my gosh, the view out the window is beautiful. I'm going to sit here and drink my water. And then I never ended up leaving. So, welcome to my living room. This is where we're going to be doing the masterclass today. It will be a quick, detailed masterclass. And I hope that you're excited because it's not very often that people will say, here's something I just started with free tools. All I needed was my time and my commitment. And here are the receipts that it works. So I'm really pleased to show you through all of that. If you're watching on the live, then feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Hold on to them until I call for questions, because then I get to see them all kind of come in at the same time. You might want to type it up and just not hit enter so that you have your questions ready as you go, or at least write them down. But I'm really, really excited to have you here to show you from scratch something that we've done that is less than 50 days of effort, 45 days of effort, that's getting us really amazing results. Didn't cost us anything. It just cost us our commitment and our focus. So that being said, I would like to know, do we have anyone here for the very first time? If you are here for the very, very first time, please let us know. I would love to know if you are here for the first time. And if you are back again, let me know also if you are back again. It's always nice to have first timers and people who are here for the very first time. So that being said, we are going to jump right in. If you don't know where to comment, actually, that's a really good point. If you don't know where to comment and you're watching on our website, what you want to do is to hover over the screen where you see YouTube, click on the YouTube button and it'll flick you over to YouTube. You'll be able to read everybody's comments over there. And if you see, and then I can see them as well. So I can see Rebecca just wrote back again, and I can see her comments on there, which is super easy. If you have questions, I'll put them up on the screen too, unless you write private question, and then I'll still answer it in front of everyone, but I won't say your name. But you don't even need to do that because everybody is here to learn. But yes, I'm going to jump straight in today. I hope that you take notes. And I think my biggest advice for you today is to not worry about how you're going to do anything. Don't worry about how. Just really be in the mindset of, I haven't got this in place. I have no idea how to do it yet. Yet is such a powerful word. I have an almost 6-year-old. Y'all, can you believe it? Today's October 3rd, so he'll be 6 in 15 days. I remember when he wasn't even in our lives, and you all were. Many of you were with us back then. But our almost 6-year-old knows the word yet and uses it all the time. So I will say, have you made your bed? And he says, not yet. Because he knows that by saying to me, no, that's not a great answer. And it'll probably get him into trouble, not trouble, but it'll make it look like he had no intention of making it. But by saying not yet, he knows that I understand he's getting to it and he's not yet there yet. I will say to him, how's your homework going? And he'll say, I haven't figured it out yet. I love to hear that because he doesn't know that he can't do things. He doesn't know that he can't do things. He thinks he can do anything, but he hasn't learned it yet. So what if we had exactly the same mindset? What if we realize, I just haven't done this yet. I haven't put this into place yet. I haven't made the time, not had the time. Y'all, we all have the same time. I haven't made the time yet. I haven't taken this seriously enough yet. And that's okay if those things are all true of you, because they were true of me as well. But use the word yet in your mind today as you're writing notes. I want you to watch what I'm going to show you. Again, this is something that we have just done. Brand new Pinterest account, brand new strategy that we used. Well, not brand new strategy. If you've learned Pinterest from us before, the strategy is still the same, but we've added a few things that have worked for us as well. We haven't stopped doing anything, so there's nothing wrong. But just really have that mindset of, I haven't done this yet. I'm going to. It's going to be great. I can see that Sandra did it. And it worked for her, not once, not twice, but 12 times, 12 different accounts we've done this for. And I'm finally ready to start my Pinterest journey. Okay. Jen says, this is such great advice. I need to incorporate yet into my vocab. Yes. If you are a parent or an aunt or an uncle, I see Melissa there. Melissa is an auntie to two lovely little ones. Teach them yet. Yet is such a powerful word. I have to do something today. I don't know how to do it. And it's frustrating me because it's been on my task list for 8 months. It's actually a fear that's holding me back from doing it. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. Okay. So that being said, we're going to jump right in. Love seeing everybody back. Hi, Darby. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Jen. Hi, everybody. And I'm going to switch off my camera because you don't really need to see me. Oh, I can put myself down in the bottom just there. Okay. So no, I'm going to take myself off because I look at myself. Which is so silly. And I'm going to go to the slides. I have my WhatsApp open. So Flora and Blessing, if you see anything that is not right, be sure to let me know. I have this tendency to forget to share my screen sometimes when I'm flicking backwards and forwards. But Flora or Blessing, if you can let me know in WhatsApp that you can see my screen and everything is good to go. I'm pretty sure it is. So for those of you who don't know me, Sandra Macklemore, I am a travel marketing expert because I have been in the travel industry since 1998, worked my way up to the biggest travel brands in the world, y'all. I was a marketing and revenue leader at Royal Caribbean for many years. I used to take care of all the marketing and revenue on board every single ship in the fleet. So I know exactly how to make money, okay? So let's jump into Pinterest. How Pinterest works. I am assuming today that you know nothing about Pinterest. Write tons of notes, everybody. How Pinterest works. Okay, so how it works. You choose a URL. And I'm going to go right back to basics now. A URL is actually a website address. So travelmarketingammedia.com/contact is our contact page. That is a URL. SandraMacklemore.com is a URL. Nike.com/shop/women's/shorts is a URL. That last one takes you very specifically to women's shorts on the Nike website. So a URL is not just your website address, but it's the address to the specific page that you want to send people to. And in some cases, you can even send people to a part of a page, to a very specific section on a page. So I have the Pinterest, our online Pinterest course. If I wanted to send you specifically to the FAQ of the course, we can actually do that, not just to the page itself, but to a part of a page. That's what a URL is, okay? It's an address to a very specific page or part of a page on a website. And your goal, of course, as a business owner or as an entrepreneur is to send as much traffic as you can to the pages that you need them to go to. So that URL, when it comes to Pinterest, y'all, that could be a blog, it could be an article, it could be a podcast episode, it could be a video, it could be a niched page on your website. I have to tell you that in all of my experience on Pinterest so far, I feel weird that you can't see me, so I'm putting myself back. I have to tell you that in all of my experience on Pinterest so far, I have been sending 98% of my traffic just to regular blogs. I have not experimented with video. I have not experimented much with sending them to podcast episodes. I really just sent people directly to blogs because I feel like as a Pinterest user, when I'm searching for a corn recipe or a way to keep my edges a little more tamed, I just want to go straight to the answer. I don't want to go to a podcast episode necessarily that's all about that. I want to go to somewhere where I can see a picture and an instruction that shows me to hold it down, brush it down, like I want the exact answer. So I've just been doing blogs. Also, I find that easier because I have so many blogs on all of our websites and also our clients' websites. We're doing Pinterest management now for 12 clients. So I'll talk a lot today about what we're doing for them as well as what we're doing on our account. And I hope that that will help you as well. So let me make this a little bigger for you. You will in Pinterest, create what's called a graphic. And I'll show you what that looks like. But a graphic is basically an image with some text on it. That's all it is, an image with some text on it. And you'll post that or pin that to Pinterest. And most people use a scheduling tool because the amount that you have to pin, I'm not going to freak you out in the first slide, is a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot. But the good thing is with AI these days, a lot of things are automated. The scheduling specifically, you're not going to go to Pinterest and pin one pin at a time. You're going to use a scheduler. And I'll tell you what I use and what I have used in the past a little bit into this video. You're also going to have a pin title, just like the title of the blog. I actually use the title of the blog, and then I get chat to write me variations of it. And I'll show you that in a moment. And you'll want to have that URL that we talked about that goes directly there. So say, for example, you want to write a blog, maybe you do destination weddings, and you want to write a blog about is having a destination wedding more expensive than a non-destination, than a wedding at home? And you might want to write that blog, or 5 reasons why the cost of a destination will shock you, and then in brackets with a smile on your face, in a good way. So you might write that blog. You would post that blog to your website and then create a graphic, an image with a title on it that people will see on Pinterest, that they'll click on and they'll go to your website. So that's basically how Pinterest works. It is a giant, giant search engine. Okay. So why Pinterest works, and I wish I'd have written on here why it works compared to Instagram and Facebook, because y'all know that I do not mess with Instagram and Facebook anymore. It has been since April 2023, April 2023. It is now Friday, October 3rd, 2025. And I never went back to Facebook and I never went back to Instagram for our businesses. Maybe one day I will, I don't know. But for right now, I have replaced Facebook and Instagram with Pinterest for the purpose of driving traffic to my website. I can't say that they're not helpful, because they are. Instagram and Pinterest for many of you are working. And if they are, you should leave it there. Don't do anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. But I want you to ask yourself, and actually, if you can tell me in the chat, I'm really curious. Are Facebook and Instagram better for you at just keeping your audience engaged and planting ideas in their head? Or is it actually bringing you lots of new sales or leads, where people say, when you go to book their trip, you say, how did you hear about me? And they say, actually, I found you on Instagram, or I found you on Facebook. So let me know, are they bringing you bookings and leads, or are they helping you to nurture your relationship with the people that already know you? Because both of those are important. Both of those are good. So here's why Pinterest works. While you're typing, I'll tell you this. Here's why Pinterest works. Pinterest works because you are creating professional content that establishes your authority and your expertise. Like that example that I just gave about 5 reasons why you'll be shocked that a destination wedding is more affordable than you think, or whatever you want to put there. Pinterest is not a social media platform. I think that is hands down number one, the reason why it works. It is not a social media platform. If I ask you, what social media are you doing? I never want to hear you say, well, I'm doing Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Pinterest is not a social media platform. My friends, Pinterest is a search engine. Pinterest is more like Google than it is like a Facebook, it is like social media. And I'll show you why in a minute. It means that you are driving traffic from Pinterest to your website. People are literally coming to your website, people who have never heard of you before, because of what you pin on Pinterest, because of what you're doing on Pinterest. Not dozens, not hundreds, not thousands, but tens of thousands of people will click through from Pinterest to your website. Why? Because, listen very closely, I'm going to give you my whole face for this. Why? Listen to me. The goal of the company, Pinterest, is to get people off of Pinterest onto your website. That is the goal. If you have ever watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix, you will know that the goal of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whoever's on MySpace still, the goal of those platforms, they say it very clearly, is to keep people on the platform. That is their goal. Why would Pinterest have a goal to get people off Pinterest and onto your website? Because they're a search engine. The same way Google wants you to find what you want, click on it, and be happy. Why? Because then you keep coming back to Google. You keep coming back to Pinterest. Google became a verb. Oh, I'll just Google it. It was never a verb. It was just a website where you could type in what you were looking for, a search engine, and it would search the internet for you and take you somewhere. hopefully to exactly where you want it to go. Remember when you search in Google and it tells you I found 2,557 results in 1.8 seconds? They're trying to flex that is their goal for you. Their goal is to get you exactly what you want so that you keep coming back to Google. Pinterest wants exactly the same. Every time you type in bougie curtain railing, they want you to find that bougie curtain rail, that bougie curtain rod, so that you'll find it, buy it from wherever you want to, and then have that feeling of, oh, I need to find something. Let me go to Pinterest. Because the more that you come back to Pinterest, the more it learns about you and the more it can help you. And so I just want you to really, really separate that out. This should be one of your first biggest takeaways this morning. Pinterest is a search engine. It's just way prettier than Google. Way prettier than Google. Okay? Pinterest is a search engine. Do you need to be found? Because if you need to be found, you have to be where people search. Okay? Instagram and Facebook are not search engines. People go there because they're bored. They go there to connect with people. They go there to be inspired, but it's not a search engine. They go there to engage with people. Okay. So I just wanted to make that super, super clear because that should be your number one takeaway right now. Pinterest is a search engine. Okay. So Pinterest is a search engine. Pinterest is not about comments and likes. I'm going to show you today what we've done in the last 45 days, less than 50 days, with only 7 followers. Yo, that's how many followers I have on Pinterest. And I am smashing Pinterest right now on our brand new account that we just started. Okay, you don't need to have followers. How would it feel to you to not have to chase likes, comments, and followers? Because I know every time you post something, I'm sure you do, you can deny it if you want, but every time you post something, you go back to it and you say, you go back and you check and be like, how many people liked it? How many people commented? I do that. It's really unhealthy. I'm looking for validation. I'm looking for success from other people clicking like or clicking comment. Pinterest doesn't need that from you. Pinterest will take your content and show it to whoever they think is going to resonate with that content. Whoever is most likely to love it, they're going to show it to them. They're not just going to put it out and wait and see what happens. They're going to literally go looking for people who they think will love your content. How do they do that? They look at the picture you posted. They look at the title text that you wrote, the caption that you wrote, the board name that you pinned it on, and they say, okay, I got it. I know what this pin is about. They look at the URL that you sent them to. I know exactly who would like to see this curtain rod. I know exactly who would like to see this guide to authentic experiences that you can have on the Danube if you took a river cruise. I know who to show this to. And Pinterest then goes about their business and shows it to them. Okay. Pinterest is all about conversion. They want to show it to people, which is called impressions. And then they want people to click on it, which is called clicks. So I want you to go ahead and write down 2 words. Wherever you're taking notes, it could be your phone, your computer, whatever. This is super important. There are 2 things that I want you to become obsessed about measuring on Pinterest. The first one is impressions, and the second one is clicks. Impressions and clicks. They are the 2 things that you want to focus on Pinterest. It doesn't matter if you got likes. I don't even know if you can get likes on Pinterest. It doesn't matter if you get comments. It doesn't matter if you have followers. It doesn't matter how many people you're following, how many people are following you. All that matters is how many people Pinterest show your content to and how many people click on your content. And the first one, of course, is to get as many Pinterest to show your content to as many people. So it means being clear in your title, show-stopping images, great clear captions through to a URL that is directly related to what you pinned. Pinterest works 100% of the time if you nail the strategy. Okay. And it's actually a really, really good timing here, where Michelle has said, my husband has been doing Pinterest for months for our business, no tractions or results. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, Michelle, is do you know what kind of impressions you're getting? And do you know what kind of clicks you're getting? Do you know that? And secondly, you don't have to tell me what they are, but do you know that? And secondly, I would like to know, when you say results, do you mean that you're not getting impressions or clicks? Or do you mean that you're not getting sales and bookings? I would love, love, love to know that from you. And while Michelle's doing that, while she's writing back to me, I'm going to go back in because I am grossed out by the blue that is up on my screen with all of this. This is not our branding. So I'm just going to change it out a little bit in here. I don't know why it's coming up like that. Oh, I don't even know how to get rid of it. My OCD is going to keep me bothered on this, but that's okay. I can do it. All right. So Michelle's just looking about that right now. You want to focus on your impressions and your clicks, because if you are doing the right thing, if your strategy is spot on, if your technique is spot on, you cannot fail on Pinterest. If you are not getting the results, I want to know, what results are you talking about? Because it's got to be impressions and clicks. They are the only results that you're worried about there. The other results I'll talk about later, like people who book and pay, but you're only looking at impressions and clicks. They're the only, because it's the goal of Pinterest, right? To get your pin out in front of as many people as possible. Okay. Where can I find that? Great questions. What about saves? Great. I'm going to answer those. Okay. So let me move on a little bit more, because I want to, and then we'll come back. If Michelle gives us an answer, we'll come back and we'll look at that. Okay. Did you know that just one blog on your website can give you 10, 15, 20, 30, 100, if you wanted to, different options for a pin, right? You can create graphics in Canva, and that's what I recommend. Create graphics in Canva where you would use one blog article and create as many graphics as you want. So what do I mean by that exactly? I have a blog called 4 Islands. This is in the All Access Pass. I took it as an example. 4 islands in Australia that will take your breath away. Okay, 4 islands in Australia that will take your breath away. I am automatically curious because I can't even remember I remember 2 of them. One was Tasmania. I think the Whitsundays might have been another one, but now I'm curious because I want to know what the other ones are. But 4 islands that will take your blog away. And then in the All Access Pass, you would have this already, 6 different graphics for Pinterest, because that's what we give you with every blog in All Access. And I think there's like, oh my gosh, y'all, there's like maybe 500 blogs in the All Access Pass. We give you the Pinterest graphics for it. You can literally put a different image into each one of these and change the title onto each one of these and drive the traffic to your website with as many different graphics as you want. Yes, you should change the image. Yes, you should change the title of it. So you wouldn't keep the same heading. You'd vary it up a little bit. You can do that easily on chat. But this would be the goal. The goal would be to take one blog article and then to create a series, a collection of graphics for that blog. Now, I like to batch create when I'm doing this. So I will take one blog, set my timer, for example, maybe for 15 minutes, and I will put the title of the blog into chat, and I will say, give me 20 variations of this for titles for Pinterest, and give me captions as well, descriptions, and I'll get it all at once. And then I will go and I will copy and paste it into each of the graphics on here. You could clone these graphics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could clone them to get 18. You could clone it 10 times to get 60. You could ask chat for 60 titles and 60 captions. It's entirely up to you. Start with 6. 6 is more than enough. And then what you can do is you can, for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, continue driving traffic to this one blog. Okay. Now, you wouldn't just focus on one blog on Pinterest. You would focus on as many blogs, maybe 10 blogs or 15 or 20 blogs. That would be totally fine. With our clients, we started them off 3 months ago, focusing on 20 different blogs, but we had one client who only had 10. And I said to her, you know what? Let's just focus on your 10. Okay. She's getting the same results as the people who have focused on 20. So there's not a magical number of blogs you would focus on. For us on ours, we are focused on around, I would say 25 blogs. I think right now, that's not important. The number of blogs that you focus on or URLs you focus on is not important. What you're going to see soon is that the importance is actually consistency, because Pinterest is more like the gym than you want to know about. Okay. So I'm just going to stop and check for questions real quick. Ask me if you have any questions in here, and then I'm going to move forward. Okay. So Andrea asks, how about when people save your pins? So I used to think that it was not helpful when people save pins, because I'm one of those people where I saw this really cool DIY thing the other night. I want to fill in, I'll show you my kitchen. What do you call the top, that bit up there? I want to fill that in my kitchen, because I hate the fact that I have to dust it and it goes all the way around in my kitchen and then back all the way around that side. So I want to fill that in. So I want to I think I searched Pinterest and said frame in top of cabinets, something like that. So I wrote that in Pinterest, and then I found this really cool DIY video of how they teach you how to use 2x4s from Home Depot. Some of you are like laughing already because I've never shown you anything I've made for a very good reason. I've never made anything. But I feel like I could do this. And it showed me the 2x4s and how you just like hammer them together. And then you use like plywood or something to like fill it. And then you can get like paint or something. Anyway, I watched this video and this lady showed me in 20 minutes how she did a 20-minute video, how she did this in a weekend for her whole house, for her whole kitchen. And she had a much bigger kitchen than mine. And mine's a massive kitchen. And then I saved the video. And Anthony goes to me, it was a little bit of shade. He said, saving that to do that later, huh? My face was annoyed at the feedback from the gallery that I did not ask for. But then I thought about it, and actually, I did save it, and I will never go back and do it again. So on Facebook and Instagram, I feel like all of my saves, I have tens of thousands of saves. I even have them saved into folders on Instagram. And I only go back into my saves if someone asks me about something or I think of something and I'm like, oh yeah, I saved that on Instagram. With Pinterest, Andrea, I have to say, I am seeing the benefit of people saving because Pinterest does something that Instagram and Facebook do not do. Listen to this. Depending on how you set up how your settings are configured, you may or may not get a daily email from Pinterest. I get a daily email from Pinterest saying, hey, Sandra, you might be interested in XYZ. I'll see if I can pull one up while I'm talking to you. And it says, you might be interested in XYZ. And then it goes ahead every single day. I think it comes in like in the afternoon. And it says, here are some things we thought you might like. I'm just checking to see yesterday's one. I already opened it and did what I did. Okay. And so then it shows me things. Okay. Here's a good example. Look, I literally get them every single day. Okay. Every single day I get them. And then you click on it and it says in here, unbelievable small bedroom transformations. Oh, hold on. Oh, that was a tester that I was doing. Let me pull up this one. Okay. So this one here is Sandra McLemore. We love this for you. Pinterest said they love this for me. So then they went on to show me this hairstyle because I'd been looking at hairstyles last week. Yeah, that hairstyle is so me. I don't know what this is, but I'll have a look at it later. Then it showed me some other stuff. This is so me. If you've been into my house or you've seen pictures of my house, this is exactly my decor. It showed me this because I just put a full floor to ceiling length curtain on my in my bathroom, just like that. It looks exactly the same. Showed me more hair, showed me more bedroom, showed me home gym because we set up our home gym. So why am I showing you that? Because Andrea, you're asking about the saves. I had not specifically searched for this hairstyle. I hadn't searched for it in a while. When I did find that hairstyle at the beginning of summer, I hit save and saved it to my hair board because I have a hair board. Now I haven't looked for that since the beginning of summer because I just haven't because I got my hair done and it was done. I found someone to do it and I showed her the picture and it got done. But it continues to show up every now and then in my daily email from Pinterest because Pinterest has great muscle memory. Pinterest is the child of yours that remembers everything, or that person in your life, like Houston will say, Mama, 6 Tuesdays ago at 4:29 p.m. in the car, you said I could have an ice cream. I'm like, boy, I asked you where your shoes were this morning and you have no idea. You just looked at me like I was crazy. And you looked at me like, why would I know that? I don't remember. Or I will say, did you eat breakfast? And he'll say, I don't remember. But you remembered that 6 Tuesdays ago at 4:29 p.m. in the car on the 5 freeway heading northbound at the Valencia Boulevard exit that I said, if you eat your dinner tonight, you can have it. That child is Pinterest. If Pinterest was a person, that would be that child. So Andrea, that question, what about when people save your pins? I'm starting to think, based on the emails that I'm getting from Pinterest, that it is, that it is super important for people to save. I'm just not banking on them going back to it. But if they are the people who have that email toggled on in their settings, and if you don't, go to your settings and check it's under communications or something like that, marketing and communications, switch it on because you'll start to see that. Bianca says, how do I find the information on Pinterest about analytics, impressions, and clicks? I'm going to show you that very shortly. Where can I get guidance on starting a blog? I'm doing a masterclass. My masterclass is not next week, but the week after, I think, a free masterclass on blogging to help you get started. Michelle says, not getting traffic to our website, which is he has been tracking and wanting. Okay, again, is it impressions or is it clicks? Because they're the only two things that you should be focusing on. So I would be really curious. You're more than welcome, Michelle, to email us in. But if you're not getting impressions, and you guys might want to write this down if anyone has been doing Pinterest and you can't figure out how to make it click. If you're doing Pinterest and you're reading your impressions and your clicks, they're the two results you want to read. If you're not getting the impressions, it's because your graphics are not good. It's because your graphics are not good. Your images you're choosing are not good. Or that's probably the first reason. Or the pin title on the graphic is not good, or the graphic layout is not good. That is 100% why. If your impression is good, but your clicks are low, then you want to look again at your pin title, what it's saying people will get. For example, I have a Cuba destination guide on my website. If I just wrote Cuba, the biggest flex, for example, that doesn't tell anybody anything other than Cuba's cool, in my opinion. But if I wrote download our free Cuba destination guide, and then in brackets, no email required. What if that was what it is? That then is more clear on what people are going to get. So you look at your graphic there. If you're not getting clicks, it's also your description. Are you telling people in the description exactly what they're going to get? Then that's going to tell you which one of those two is broken. Okay. You got to get your impressions up high to get your clicks. If Pinterest is showing your stuff to a lot of people, a lot of impressions, and nobody is clicking through, it's going to slow down and it's going to start showing less. So don't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You've got to change it up. At the same time, Pinterest takes a while. It's a slow engine. So I would say if you've been doing it for a month and you're not seeing impressions and clicks starting to slowly rise, slow cooker level, not like air fry level. If you're not seeing it rise, then you might want to change up your strategy. You should be seeing slow cooker results in the first 1 to 3 months. Okay. And then another one on here. Do you create a new pin directly on Pinterest, or do you click on your website that takes you to Pinterest and then you click a pin? I don't know if I understand that. Do you create a pin directly on Pinterest? I create the pin in Canva. Or do you click on a website that takes you to Pinterest? I don't understand. Maria, can you try different words? It's not you, it's me. Okay, Jennifer says, so you don't want to collect their email. It's better to go get the clicks. All you're worried about is impressions and clicks, Jennifer. When they get to your website takes over the workout, and your website is now focused on, let me keep this person on my website as much as possible, and now let me get their email. But you do not want collecting their email to try and happen on Pinterest, because people are like, whoa, I don't know you. I'm not going home with you. Let them click through and get exactly what they want. Think about, Jennifer, if you're looking for beach shoes, and because you're about to go on vacation, you're leaving next week, you click on beach, you type in beach shoes into Pinterest, and it comes up a whole bunch of shoes. You want to be able to click and go straight through to where you can buy them, or at least read a review on them before you buy them. You don't want to have to put your email address, because all you were looking for was beach shoes, girl. That's all you were looking for. But when you get to that website and then you find out, oh my gosh, they've got tons of stuff I would love, and there's a spot there that you can fill in your email address, that's how you want that to happen. Okay, so Michelle says 27 impressions in the last 90 days, 0 outbound clicks. Your Pinterest is 100% broken, my friend. I am sorry. It is broken. So your impressions are low. If that's the highest your impressions got, it's because of your pins. Okay, you'll have a look when we get around to me showing you pins in a moment, and you'll see what your pins need to look like. But actually, Michelle, if your pins look like this, and if your images are like, wow, then your impressions will go up. So something is broken there. Okay, Erica, hi, she says she's talking about the Pinterest plugin that shows up that launches the Pinterest page. Thank you, Erica. Nice to see you, my friend. I don't use a plugin, so I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to have to say I don't know. My suggestion, you can email us if you want, and we can do a little digging or jump onto chat and see, or if anyone knows the answer. Erica, if you know the answer, you always give great advice to everybody. Go ahead and type it in. I don't have any experience with a plugin. Usually that happens with, it happens like it's totally not related to your account or creating pins. It's totally, yes. I think she's talking about the plugin on WordPress website maybe, or a Show It website. But yes. Okay. Maria says, so on my website on the bottom, it has a Pinterest icon. I can click and it takes me to Pinterest where I can create a pin. Oh, Not related to what we're talking about, my friend, because we're talking about creating your own pins in Canva that are directly related to your blogs and then scheduling them as part of a big strategy. Okay. Alrighty, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to move ahead because I have a lot that I want to cover with you and we need to speed up a little bit. So, one blog, unlimited graphics you can create that you will pin that will send traffic to your particular blog. Okay, if you're an all access pass holder, I just want to mention to you real quick. In, say, for example, this is your Bali bundle right here. You know, we have over 130 destination bundles, and then we've got loads of other bundles as well. But in your destination bundles, you actually have the graphics. So see just here where my hover is, there are 2 blogs in each destination bundle. There's a link that goes to gallery for images, and then you've got your Pinterest graphics. You could put any of these images inside of any of these graphics. You have everything you already need. Okay, it's all set up in there. Okay, so just to let you know, if you've got all access pass, you have everything you need already. Okay, number 4. This is something else I want to talk about. Do people actually search for travel on Pinterest? We were unsure about this before we started because I was using Pinterest for recipes. I was using Pinterest for, let me make sure you can see the whole screen. Yes, I was using Pinterest for recipes. I was using Pinterest for clothes, for outfits, for garden. I was not personally using Pinterest to search for travel. Okay, so it really was something that I wanted to know for sure. Are people using Pinterest for travel before I started testing it and before I started teaching it? Yes, people do look for travel inspiration and information on Pinterest. I have some 2025 stats I'm going to show you now that are specifically, they're brand new, they're from today. The source is Pinterest itself and some other leading marketing publications. And I'm going to show you the numbers, but it is a popular platform for travel enthusiasts to gather ideas for destinations, activities, accommodation, and more. But can I tell you something? They are never branded searches. Only 4% of the time, actually, they're branded. People are not going onto Pinterest and typing in icon of the seas. They're not going into Pinterest and typing in Royal Caribbean. They're not going into Pinterest typing in Avalon waterways. They're not. They're just not. What they're doing is they're typing in River Cruise Danube or Danube Ports or Budapest or something. It's destination specific. 96% of the searches on Pinterest are destination specific. So that's another thing also, Michelle, that y'all can check. Are your pins, all of them, destination specific? They really should be. Okay. So let's move along a little bit more. Okay. How is the audience on Pinterest different? Oh, I got a little typo there. Flora, can you make me a note to fix that? How is the audience on Pinterest different to Facebook and Instagram? Pinterest people are different. They are more intentional. They're actually on Pinterest because they're planning. They're planning. Pinterest people are planners, okay? They are future focused, okay? Social media is more like, look at my vacation pics. That's in the past. Look at me on vacation. That's in the present. Pinterest people are your future people. They are looking for a vacation and they're looking to be inspired. Okay. Pinterest, I don't even have to convince you of this. Tell me if you agree. Pinterest is the last positive place on the internet, and that matters. 6 in 10 adults are more likely to remember brands that they encounter and feel more positive about, trust brands that they see in a positive space or in a positive light, and purchase a brand when they see it in a positive space. That lady looks like somebody that I would want to be around. Why? She looks like a positive person. Why? Because she's smiling. Okay. So how people feel, how you make people feel, and how people feel when they're around your content or on your platform determines that. I have many times for my own mental health since the middle of last year, since the election marketing started to ramp up. I would say I have at least half a dozen times deleted Instagram and Facebook from my phone, just so that if I pick up my phone to mindlessly scroll, nothing wrong with that, I go to Pinterest instead. And I have to tell you, my mental health is better for it because I get into all kinds of political arguments with all kinds of people. You all know me. Those of you who have known me for a while know that I am extremely political. I am an activist. I am extremely passionate about people being treated the right way and being treated well. I'm passionate about everything from healthcare to gun reform to all the things. Pinterest is a positive place where I can go that even with my strong opinions on all things humanitarian, on all things politics. Pinterest is just a chill place. Nobody is arguing. Nobody is posting politics. I've never seen politics on Pinterest in my life. Pinterest don't allow it. Nobody is fighting in the comments. It just doesn't happen. So if your business is, if you're relying on Instagram and Facebook, know that as we get closer to the midterms, know that the crazier that the country gets, the crazier the news headlines get, your business is in the middle of all of that. Okay. Now, I do think differently in some ways, and I'll give you an example, and I don't think Melissa will mind if I use her as this example. Melissa is a personal friend of mine. She's a travel advisor in this community. She's a personal friend of mine. So for that reason, we are friends on Facebook. I see Melissa's posts and I see her mom's posts, Luann, and because she's also a personal friend, we have been friends with them for 7 years, I think. I see things that they post when they travel and it piques my interest. It makes me want to do things. They are the people that got me hooked on a couple of destinations. They are the people that got me hooked on a couple of suppliers. And there's one particular supplier that they both posted about a lot, more Luann, that I want to have that experience. I know for sure that I'll have them book it for me. I know for sure that I want to do that experience. And I saw it on Facebook, but it was because we're friends and I saw it on their Facebook profile. I actually never see anything that they post for their business, even though I follow them, because Facebook's just not cut that way. Its goal is not to show everything that you post to everyone that follows you. I would like to see their business stuff, but it just never shows up in my feed. I would have to go to their business page to look for it. And I never think to do that. But I do see the things that they put up, their personal trips, their business trips on their personal profile. And it does influence me. So I'm not going to say that Facebook and Instagram don't have a place. I'm just going to say Pinterest is the last positive place on the internet for a reason. Okay. So let me move along. Okay. Not sure your audience is there. These are the statistics that I pulled this morning, 10 minutes before I came live. This is what I pulled. How people use Pinterest to plan travel. I didn't even get to put it in my font, you guys. I didn't even get to put it in my colors. This is how last minute this was. I pulled these stats and then I asked chat to make me an infographic. 553 million people as of today are monthly active users on Pinterest. Active users. I made a TikTok account 2 years ago, but I only made one post and I don't have it anymore. But I'm still a user because I guess I never deleted it. Active users, the people who are active on Pinterest every single month. 47% of those seek travel inspiration. I don't even know how many people that is. 26.5 million people, almost 220 million people every month are looking for travel inspiration. 88% focus on specific destinations. I've seen that as high as 96%, but that's a huge amount. Michelle, anyone who is currently on Pinterest that's still they're not there yet, make sure that all of your content is destination specific. Create for the mass. Create for the destinations that you want to sell. 8 in 10 weekly users actually plan their summer vacation using Pinterest. 8 out of 10 weekly users. Okay. And search surge for travel vision boards and travel packing guides is massive. What Andrea was asking before about, do saves really matter? If people have got vision boards for their travel goals, if people have got packing guides, people have got destination ideas, vacation ideas, then those saves will matter when they go back to plan their vacation. Okay. Now, your audience on Pinterest is very, very warm. They go to Pinterest to discover, then to decide, and then to take action. 97% of searches are unbranded. That's why I said to you, they're not searching for Avalon. They're searching for river cruise or for small cruise or intimate cruise or for European cruise or Budapest cruise. They're searching not for brands, okay? Mostly, like we said, 88% of Pinterest users right now are just searching for destinations. If I were you, write this down. If I were you, I would focus 100% of your Pinterest strategy on destinations, 100% on destinations. If you have a niche like Melissa does, like maybe it's honeymoons or maybe you do destination weddings, throw a few in there that show your expertise, but really focus on destinations. Pinterest drives 10 times higher brand searches off platform compared to other brands. And 61% of people say they spent more than expected to as a result of Pinterest. Okay. So let's understand what Pinterest people are looking for. Okay. Like we know for travel, they are specifically looking for destinations. If you are on Pinterest, go and check your Pinterest feed and see, am I posting mostly destinations? Okay. I want you to do an activity for me. Unless you use Pinterest weekly or daily like I do, write this down, take a screenshot or take a photo of this because I'm going to move on. I want you to create a new board in Pinterest. If you don't know how to use that, ask chat. I want you to create a new board for something that is not travel, or it can be if you want to, but create a board for something that you love. So maybe it's a room in your house. Pick a room that you would love to make over. Like I recently made over my bedroom and I am obsessed by it. I absolutely love it. So I had created a bedroom makeover board on Pinterest. Okay. I created this board and then I started searching for things. And that's what I want you to do. Create a board of something that you love. Can you tell me what it is that you're going to create your board on? Maybe you want to do a butt. You want a better butt, a better booty. So maybe you're going to do booty workouts. Oh, one thing that I might create a board on, I've seen these people doing wall Pilates, WALL, wall Pilates, where you literally use the wall and socks. I have to wear socks because I'm that person. And you use the wall to do exercises, right? I don't know why I feel inclined to get down and show you. I won't because I have some self-discipline, but you basically like put your legs up on the wall and you can do all different things. I think I'm going to create a board like that. But whatever your board is, quilting. I love that, Darby. Good. Yeah, do it on your personal account. Do it on your personal account. Office space. Oh yeah, Andrea. Andrea, I just started a board called Office Space. I can't remember if it's on, I think it's on my TMM Pinterest. And I've been pinning all my favorite office spaces. Specifically, I have a board that's office spaces inspired by hotels, by bougie hotels, because that's what I want my office space to look like. I don't want a cozy office space. I want one that looks like a clinical, like a hotel. So pick a board, and then I want you to start pinning things, searching in Pinterest for exactly this. And I want you to just search a couple of times this week, just whenever you think about it. So write yourself a note to do that, and then go into Pinterest and make sure in your settings of your personal account that you are receiving the daily emails. Do that today. Go into Pinterest, check the settings and make sure that your daily email is turned on. I want you to see how hard Pinterest will work to bring you exactly what you search for. And I'm pretty sure that you will find exactly what you want this week, and it will start showing in your feed. It will start being emailed to you exactly what you want. So only put in something that you really, really want. Okay. I love that. Darby's going to look at quilting. Andrea is going to look for her office space. Love that. Okay. Let me move on. This is a test. So difference between ocean and river cruising is something that I typed in to Pinterest. And this is what Pinterest gave me. The difference between ocean cruising and river cruising, right? What I'm super happy about is that half of the pins that show up are from our community. Super happy. They are from our community because this is from the River Cruise Marketing Kit. Now, two of them look exactly the same. Those people literally just changed out the picture and the fonts. Who cares? Well done for showing up in the very first two spots. Somebody else has changed out the image. Some people have changed out the fonts, the colors. Some people have done a whole new layout. But when I click through to the same information that is in their marketing kit. Some people reworded it, some people did not. But this is a really good example of something that somebody will type into Pinterest and then up pop the graphics. So 3 of them straight away I recognized as mine, and like not mine, but coming from our content. And then I started to find more. I did this search again this morning, and almost the entire first page of results that came up above the fold are from our community, which means it is truly working well. One thing I'll point out to you, Michelle, for you and your hubby, notice that the bright, bold pictures are the ones that you see first. Everybody close your eyes. And when you open your eyes, I want you to point with your finger, even though I can't see you, point with your finger to the one graphic on your page that you notice first. Open your eyes in 1, 2, 3. Okay. I pointed to the one that's got the iPad on it with the Budapest background. And then my eye second goes to the top left one, and then third to the tulips. Your eyes are going to go to, tell me in the chat which one you pointed to. My eye did not go to this one here in the middle with the cruise ship on it because it was just small and I see what they're trying to do there. They did a river cruise and a ocean cruise. It didn't go to that. My eye did not go to this promotion by Viator. That was a fail for them. It didn't go over here only because of the colors. I think it naturally went to this because of the bright colors, and it went to this because of the bright colors. So every single post time, it's going to be different based on your results that come up. You want to look for the ones with the bright colors and the graphics, the way the graphics laid out. This one here did catch my attention with the river cruise versus ocean cruise in big font. Okay, so one of these people that I'm going to show you has 0 followers, no followers on Instagram. And when she first started out, she was already getting 449 monthly views or impressions. That's how many times Pinterest showed her content to people. That is with 0 followers, okay? Travel advisor number 2, only 10 followers, 4,000 monthly impressions. They are great impressions. I would be so happy if you were getting 4,000 monthly impressions. I'd be even happier if the people are clicking on these pins and going to your website. But now you can see those are the 2 things you look for, and you don't need to have followers, okay? So this is the travel marketing and media account. And we stopped pinning on travel marketing and media months ago because we just got busy and we didn't do it, and everything started declining. So you can see on here, at one stage we were getting 54,000 a month. So good. And then life got crazy and the summer happened, and this child, I don't understand why they stay home all summer. He had no school, and then we were in Africa for a month, and life just happened. And once again, I am brutally reminded that all of your numbers will start to go down, and it takes time to build them back up. And how great was that I had numbers that high? So this was our account with only 252 followers at the time that I did this screenshot. We were getting 54,000 views in a 90-day period, 570 saves, which at the time I didn't care about, but Andrea, I do care now, and 804 clicks through to our website. And that was in a period that we were not even pinning, okay? Now I want to show you our brand new account. This account here, we have been pinning for less than 50 days. So full transparency, I started the account last year in September 2024. I pinned 1 pin a day for 4 days, and then I fell off the wagon. It's like a diet. I did good for 4 days until January 4th, and then I fell off the wagon. So I pinned for 4 days, 1 pin a day, and I didn't get any results because obviously that wasn't long enough. Then I did nothing from September until last month, September. Or maybe the end of August, it might have been. No, September 2nd actually was when I started. So have a look in here. Can I zoom in to help you? Okay, look. If you're doing something, stop. Doing something else, stop. This is the account, okay? This is a travel account for Authentic Escapes, my new show, which, by the way, did I tell you is going to come out on Apple? You're going to be like, that's my friend. She has a show on Apple. It'll be out on Apple, Amazon, Tubi, and between 50 and 80 airlines. And I sent out an email to show you the whole of season 1, but please do not show it to anyone else. It's just for you. Okay, so I created a Pinterest account for it because the show has a website and we're driving lots of traffic to the website so that they can book with a travel advisor, because I am not a travel advisor. So I started this account last year in September, knowing that we were going to, knowing that we would need it. I pinned for 4 days, and then life lifed, and we went through the holidays and all the things. So I restarted again last month, but on September 2nd, I only had 8 impressions. No, 1 impression or 8. 1 impression. On September 2nd, last month, I had 1 impression. That means that Pinterest showed my pin to 1 person. I probably started at the end of August, I would say, and I just had 1 impression. That's really sad. Now, in the last 30 days between September 2nd, see where my marker is, and October 2nd, which was yesterday, 12,860 impressions. 12,860 impressions. How? I have been pinning every day, every single day. I batch created my graphics, and then I loaded them into a scheduler so I wouldn't forget or fall off the wagon. And we loaded them and didn't schedule them right away. And then we loaded the second month, and then we started scheduling the first month. So we're a month ahead at all times. Right now I have 340 something pins ready to be scheduled. I am pinning 10 times a day. So 10 graphics a day. You do not have to pin 10 times a day. You can pin 3 times a day. You can pin 6 times a day. It's entirely up to you, but you batch create your graphics and these are the results you will get. 12,860 times Pinterest has decided that my pins were good enough to show people and they chose who to show them to. 953 times my pins were engaged with. 300 clicks to my website. 300 clicks to my website. Email subscribers. Yes, I got new email subscribers from that. Saves, 142 saves. A total audience, 8.9% growth of people who now know about me that did not know about me before. They were strangers before. Okay. And of the audience, 506 people are engaged. Would you be happy to have this yourself? Because all I used was Canva to create graphics and then a scheduler to schedule. All schedulers are the same. You can use Hootsuite, you can use Tailwind, you can use Hello Woofy, you can use anything you want. I just use a scheduler because I can get in advance for 12 months. Okay, I want to pause right now and ask you if you have any questions. Okay, any questions at all? Okay. Oh, your eyes all went to different places, but pretty much similar to mine. I love that. Okay. Andrea says, so exciting. I know I'm super excited about the show. I'm so excited also because, and I don't want to take more than one sentence to say this, I'm excited because it's the first time in the travel industry and in the television industry. For those of you who don't know, I'm married to an executive producer, and so we live in the television world, and I'm a news contributor on network news and morning shows. It's the first time that there has ever been a travel show that acted as a massive infomercial in disguise and as a funnel to get travelers to turn them from viewers into visitors. So we've been signing up people, travel advisors this week. We're signing up tourism boards and tour operators next month. And it will be the first time that people can watch the show, go to the website, and then match with somebody who has that exact same niche and book with them. I think that is so cool. And yeah, it's super exciting. So yes, very, very exciting. I think you're on there. You are on there, Andrea. I've seen you on there. Okay. Yes, very exciting. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So I've been doing screenshots, but will slide deck of the class be available for all Access Pass members? Yes. Do you guys want me to send you out the slide deck? I can email it to you. Okay, great. Wendy says, I love your show. Oh, I'm glad. Okay. What scheduling platform do you use to schedule your pins? We've been playing around. My team love me, and they also hate me sometimes because we play around too much, and I'm changing tools all the time. The one that I use the most consistently that worked, if you want to use that, is Tailwind. You can go to the Smart Tools page on our website, and we've got that there. There's another one that I used, Hello Woofy. I loved it because it was cheap, but I didn't like the support. I used later.com for a little while as well. So any of those are good. Tailwind is probably my favorite one for scheduling because you can schedule by batch. You can schedule a ton of them, and you can later on down the track reuse your pins. I would say you would do a whole year of fresh pins and then reuse them next year, your ones that are doing well. Bianca says, when pinning, do you pin different destinations each day or batch them together for the same? Oh, I mix them up like fruit salad, Bianca. That's why I love batch creating. And if you don't start your Pinterest, if you don't start pinning for 1 or 2 months, because you go ahead and you get all your graphics done and get all your ducks in a row for like the next month or the next 2 months, do that. What you don't want to do is what I did with the Authentic Escapes account. And I'm going to go into that account in a moment. What doesn't make sense is to pin consistently for 4 days or 4 weeks or 4 months even, and then stop. That doesn't make sense. You have to set yourself up for success. It's like the meal prep that you need to do to eat well for the week. So think of how there must be something that, can you share with me actually, because I think it will help everybody. Can you all share with me something that you do in your life that makes other things easier? So for example, every day at school, Houston needs a morning snack and an afternoon snack. I have a yellow container and a blue container. Every night I cut fruit and put like crisps or something next to it, like the Daily Harvest snap peas or whatever. And I do them the night before. I fill the water bottle and put 1/3 ice and the rest water. And I put them into the zip container and I put them in the fridge. It takes me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. For some reason, in the morning, we can go to school on time, no problem. We're never late for school. But if I try and do it in the morning, it becomes a 1 hour job. Like, I just don't, no, it's not a 1 hour job. We're always late when we try to do things on the morning of, even though it's a 5-minute job and we have 10 minutes till we leave. We can't make that work in our family, and I don't know why. So that is something that I do. Another thing that I do is every other Sunday, maybe you guys won't want to be friends with me after you hear this, because it'll show you deep look into my soul and my personality. Every other Sunday, I cook 3 meals, and I double batch them. So I might do a spaghetti bolognese, a fried rice, and a butternut squash lasagna, for example. And I'll double batch, which means enough serving portions for 6 people. And I then don't have to cook for 2 weeks, because I get all the meals that I want for Monday through Thursday for my whole family. And I literally only cook every 2 weeks. So this week, I'm not cooking at all. Last week, I didn't cook at all. We have meals stacked in the freezer. For lunches, we just get frozen meal from the grocery store, because we work out of a WeWork space now most days. But those are things that I do. So what do you do that, okay, Nicole says, for example, I do my to-do list at night for the next day, and it helps me to start the day faster. It takes me longer. Yeah, so you could easily do it, Nicole, in the morning. You know, you can do that to-do list when you wake up. You can just look at your, think and do it. But you know that doesn't work for you. You have to do it the night before, because you get started better in the morning. Yeah, it's like being warmed up for a race. Okay. All right. Melissa says, I use AI to help me meal plan for the week. On Saturdays, it includes a recipe and a comprehensive grocery list. Oh my gosh, Melissa, I was like, I'll call you and tell you this cool thing, girl. I'll tell you real quick, because everyone might love it. So I have a Pinterest board with meals that I'm willing to cook, and they're all things that I like. And I show it to Anthony in Houston every 2 weeks, and Houston gets to pick 2 and Anthony gets to pick 3. I'm winning because I put them all on there, but they're always like, Mama, that's so sad. You never get to pick. I'm like, it's okay. So then they pick their 5 things. I then click through to the websites where the recipes are. I grab the URLs and I put the URLs into chat, and I say, chat, batch the recipe for 6 people, for 6 people, make an ingredients list. I'm going shopping for everything now. And then it makes the ingredients list. And then I go and stand at my fridge and I say, with the voice, I'll say, chat, remove this. Now give me a grocery list. Great. Now sort it into areas of the grocery store. And then I order everything online and get it delivered, or I go and get it. And then I say, now do me the cooking instructions for all of these recipes so I can cook them simultaneously. Girl, it will tell me cut up 4 onions and divide it into 3 equal bowls. Crazy. And I have them all going at once. That's how I cook my 2 weeks of meals at once. Okay. Who else? Memorable Time says, I buy and vacuum seal when I go to the store. So good. So good. So good. Okay. Question here. What do you think of the idea of using my own travel pics to link to the blog articles and destinations? No. People's own travel pics never do as well as bright, bold stock images. It's just the way that it works. Unless you are a professional photographer and your stuff is good enough to sell on Shutterstock or Unsplash or something, never use your own pictures. They just don't resonate. They don't. I am a brilliant photographer. I am a really good photographer, and I've been taking photography classes. I still don't use my own. Okay. And I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, my daughter and I use Google Calendar and have each other's calendars loaded to our phone so we can add items to each other's schedule. It helps so much for her to learn and plan to follow a schedule. I love that. My friend who has a grade 4 is learning to use a calendar. Amazing. Now, if I could just cook it. I know when I figure out, Darby, how to get chat to cook it, I will. So let's go back to here. I want to go back to the stats. These are the stats. Do you want this for yourself? If you want this for yourself, you have to commit to making the graphics, having the blogs, and scheduling. This literally can be done with $0 spend. So what I want to do right now is I want to actually show you the Pinterest accounts for some best practices. So right now you should see my Pinterest account. This is the account for Authentic Escapes. And as you can see, I only have 7 followers. Look, 7 followers. I'm following 14 people, but I'm getting over 12,000 impressions. And as you can see by my analytics that I showed you, and Darby, I'm going to show you now, was it Darby? So whoever asked, where do we get the numbers from? This is proof enough that I'm showing you behind the scenes of my website, but let me just always turn your brightness all the way up when you're picking images, by the way. I did this here. This is an all access pass if you want this Pinterest cover here. And if you're one of our clients and you want it, one of our Pinterest clients, just tell me and I'll make that for you for free and put it on your Pinterest account for free. Okay, so this is all of my, notice that there are 2 tabs here. This is where it will automatically bring you to saved. These are my boards in here. This is not where you want, if you're putting your Pinterest icon on your website or showing or in your email signature, make sure that you click on created and then use that here, use that URL right there. This is my Pinterest account. Have a look at these images. These are not images that I take. These are professional images. These are stock images. There is a reason why these are just like, wow, 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 wow. Okay. When you click on something, like let me click on this one for Japan, this should make you want to click through. Anyone tell that I've been looking at capsule wardrobes? So everything in here is bright, it's bold, it's consistent. It's okay to use the same image again. I just shake it up in the way that I do it. Look, this one here, these are just new from the last 2 days. This one here has got more views than the ones around it, and it doesn't even have a picture on it. Spain travel trips for your next vacation, right? So it doesn't have to be a collage of images. It can be done in lots of different ways. I basically have 7 different templates, or 6 or 7 templates, and I just keep reusing them. Look at that. These are all professional images. Your images will not work the same way. Okay, so now watch the screen. I'm going to show you where to click to get your analytics. You click up here on the top left, Pinterest, like that. That menu just pops down, and then you go over here and you click on analytics overview. I'm in my business account right now, okay? And then it pops up right here. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I haven't seen it start with a 13 yet. This is our brand new account. Okay, so let's read this together. This is saying that in the last 30 days, we have, Pinterest has shown our stuff to people 13,400 times, okay? The number of times pins were seen on a screen. You can hover over it. That's an increase of 2,440%. Oh, I'm happy, you guys. I want you to have this as well. I want you to have this. Okay, engagements, almost 1,000 engagements, okay? Outbound engagements is number of times your pins, number of engagements on your pins, including clicks and saves, okay? So that's a combination of clicks and saves, these two here. I don't know why. There must be something else to it. Oh, not just, but including clicks and saves. Outbound clicks, this is where people actually click through to my website 313 times in the last 30 days. Saves, 147 saves. That means that that person can come back to my content, but it also means Pinterest will know that that person really liked my content and show it to them more, and possibly even feature it in their daily email update. Total audience, the total number of pinners who have seen or engaged with your pins. Oh my gosh. You guys, almost 9,000 people have seen or engaged with my pins in 30 days. My goal is to hit 120,000 in 10 months. I can do it. And then engaged audience, number of pinners who engaged with your pins. So I want to show you 2 really interesting things. Notice that it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's growing, so that's good. Do you know what the down is for me? I'm so shocked. Thursday to Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those days are always down days. They're weekend days. That one, because I think it was a holiday. It was what is it? Labor Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day. It's always the weekends where it goes down. Thursday or Thursday to Friday. So I don't worry about that because essentially it keeps going up. The dotted lines here is the last 2 days. It's still too new. So the dotted line stands for real time. So it's just an estimate right now, and then it will turn in later. Okay. So every single Pinterest account should be growing. If your impressions are not good like this is incredible actually, but if your impressions are not great or good, you have to look deeply at your pins. Okay, look at your pins. It's the quality of your pins that you're putting out there. Your pins should look exactly like mine to get that result. Now, I want to show you something really clever. Look here on the left, and then we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to take some last questions. Over here on the left, I can click on Audience Insight, and it brings up for me here about my audience and all Pinterest users. Okay, look at this. So, categories in here. I'm going to click on travel. Okay, 84.2% travel. So these are the most popular categories in Pinterest. People who search for travel, look, 95.6% are currently searching for destinations. This is my people who have engaged with my content. Travel, and that makes sense because 99% of my content is about destinations. Travel ideas, travel tips, not so much restaurants and not so much hotels. So for those of you, we have one VIP client right now who wants us to pin all about resorts. I'm like, no, girl, that's not going to work. And she said, that's what I want. I said, okay, girl, you're not going to get the results. And she goes, but I just want to try it. Okay, girl, it's your money. Next month, she'll let me do what we should be doing, which is promoting the destination. And then she has the great hotels and resorts that she can recommend. And she can do blogs about that. But people want to know about destinations. But look at this. Look. Here. This is the Authentic Escapes audience. Look what happens when I click on all Pinterest users. So if I then scroll down to travel, nobody knows to do this. Nobody. Click on travel. And this in here is going to tell me about Pinterest people who search, Pinterest users who use it for travel. 56% of users in Pinterest are using Pinterest for travel. 56%. Of that, 93% of them are looking for destinations. Is that not what you need in order to be able to start and to be consistent? Now I'm going to hit compare. How did I know just to do all those destination pins? Because I'm nosy and I was in here poking around, which is why my numbers are so good, because I'm following what they say. They are saying, Pinterest is saying, everybody wants destinations. It's all they want. Destinations. It's what they're searching for right now. Okay. Some want travel ideas. So that's what I did. It's exactly how I did it. You can go in and you can learn more about your audience. If you scroll down, you can learn here the age distribution. Now, 2 of my clients asked me this question the other day. They said, that's not the age that I'm targeting. And I said, oh, interesting. Tell me more. They said, I want 40s, 50s, 60s, or 50s, 60s, 70s. And I was like, right, not to be morbid, but your client list is going to slow down in their travel as they get older. And not to be a Debbie Downer, but why would you not want younger people who can afford the type of travel and have the flexibility to travel just because they fit in the wrong age group? So if you are bent out of shape about age groups, can I kindly ask you as a friend, please stop. Stop targeting a very specific age group and be open to the fact that people who are 25 to 34 have the money. People who are 35 to 44 have the money. The wealthiest friend that I have makes around 40 million a year. She's a really good friend of mine. And she is not yet 44. Another friend of mine makes about $3 million a month. And she is still in her 20s. Okay. My little cousin is in her 20s. She's an influencer and she makes about 4 million a year. So just be open to the fact that maybe this is telling you something. Female to male, I'm not surprised about that. It doesn't really change much in terms of my imagery. I don't tend to put a lot of people in my images. That's one thing that you should notice from my pins, is that they almost all have no people in them. And then this is telling me where my audience is from. I'm not really doing much with this right now, or hear what they're on, iPhone versus anything else. But yeah, it's good to know. Okay, so I'm going to go back to questions. I'm going to send you the slides. Let me just show you. Hold on. Let me go back to the slides. Oh, here we go. Back to here. Show this tab. Okay, so as you can see, 7 followers. We're over 13,000 as of this morning for the last 30 days. Loads of save, loads of clicks to our website. Okay. I'm going to give you these slides. I'm going to stop talking, answer your questions, and then we're all going to go on with our day. I've got a bunch of slides in here that I want you to look through at your own leisure. But just know that if you're not doing anything at the top of your funnel, like running ads, investing heavily into reels, live events, partnerships, paid promotion, billboards, magazines. If you're not doing all of that, Pinterest, it's the one free thing that you can do that is top of funnel. Pinterest and Google My Business are the 2 strongest top of funnel that you can do if you don't have a budget right now. I actually plan to put a lot of money behind ads. So we, as I mentioned before, are allowing travel advisors to sign up for a profile and be listed in our collection of recommended travel advisors for the show website. We are putting quite a high percentage of their listing fee into ads for their profile. So I think for the first year, we're putting in 20 to 40% of what they paid for their listing. They paid $400 for the first year, and then they'll pay $800 for the second year. We're putting 20 to 40% into, and when I say 20 to 40, it starts as 20 and then goes up to 40% into running Pinterest ads that go directly to their profile, their individual profile. So I'm planning to do that. I just don't want to spend any money on ads on Pinterest right now because I'm learning how to drive organic growth and I want to see what works. And then I want to put money behind the things that work. Okay. So I was showing you before what the pin was. This is an actual pin graphic here. If your pins don't look like this, you don't want them. Your pins have to look like this. They have to be a bold image. It could be a couple of bold images. It's got to be big writing, big text. It's got to be easy to read. Okay, then it's got to have over here a great description. It's got to have your website. People got to be able to click through. Okay, so this is the Pinterest roadmap, where to start each step of the way, what you need to do, what website everything is on. And then I've got a little checklist here of how to get started. Okay, if you want more help, this is how I'm going to finish up with you. If you want more, I'm going to answer questions. If you have questions, go ahead and throw them down now. If you want more help, Pinterest course opens on the weekend. Please do my Pinterest course. It's so good. It teaches you everything and it gives you all the graphics that you need in Canva so you don't have to make them from scratch if you don't have all access pass. Okay, I think we did a series with 15 graphics in there, which means that you've got 15 variations to use for the one blog. If you don't want to do the course, totally fine. Hire someone to do your Pinterest. You can hire us. We actually do Pinterest for 12 travel advisors right now. We're about to take on a new group of 12 travel advisors, which we're really excited. That's the most that we take on at any given time each season. So if you want to be one of those 12, reach out to us. It is an investment of $1,500 every 3 months, and you stay with us for a whole year, but we can get you these same results that we're getting ourselves. Or if you want to figure it out yourself, do that. But just please take a second and ask yourself, what do I need to do to make Pinterest happen for me? Knowing that I have to be consistent and I have to pin every single day, multiple times a day. How do I make that work? Because if you don't have the time, then ask yourself, well, where can I either get more time, or who else can do it for me, or what can I do to make that happen? Okay. You have got to be able to get those impressions up. Once your impressions are up, you've got to make sure that you can get your clicks up. We teach you about this in the course. And once your clicks are up, then you're going to focus on your website and converting them into email subscribers. And that's where our focus is right now. We want to convert all of our website visitors into email subscribers. So that means moving things around on a page. It might mean making sure that we have an opt-in form a little bit higher in our blog or on a page or something like that. Okay. We don't even have a lead magnet on Authentic Escapes. Can you believe that? We don't even have a lead magnet yet, because we put all of our attention, all of our energy into Pinterest. Okay, so let's do some questions in here. Okay, Darby, oh my gosh. Darby says, should we start with blogs that gets the most traction on our website? No, start with the blogs. Good idea. Start with the blogs that best align with whatever you want to sell. So if you are all about, so we want to do a charter in Colombia of friends and family, we would start with all things to do with Colombia. It's why we have so many blogs for Colombia on Authentic Escapes. We want to do a group trip for fans. So we don't book travel on Authentic Escapes for individuals. If people come to us, we send them to a travel advisor. Now, thank gosh, we actually have a community of travel advisors on the website that we can send them to. They'll all go live this week, and you'll be able to see all their profiles. People will be able to select like romance travel and then see all the profiles of the romance travel. If they click on romance travel page, they'll see blogs about romance travel, destinations that we recommend, and then they'll see the profiles of all the people who are romance travel specialists, and you can select up to 3 niches. I would say that you should pick what you want to sell. So just sit with your commission sheet, sit with your goals and say, okay, I need blogs that support these goals. The blogs are the frame of the house that you are building, and the pins you will create for those blogs, because Pinterest is going to be so incredible for you if you can be consistent. If you can get the pin graphic right, if you can get the images right, and you can be consistent, it will work, because we just showed you it worked for us. It's 30 days. It's not the first time we've done it. We do it for 12 clients. We did it for travel marketing and media, and we just did it for ourselves, a whole new account. If you are still a skeptic at this point, you're never going to be convinced. So go and do something else, find something else that works for you. But we just showed you a brand new account that had one impression and it went up to 13,000, and we didn't spend any money. Just use the blogs, Darby, that align with what you want to sell the most. Okay. If you want to sell explorer journeys, then start doing blogs, not about explorer journeys, but about the destinations that they go to. Okay. What else? Perhaps we can utilize our personal photos within the blog they click instead of the pin. No, nobody cares about your personal photos. Nobody cares. It is not relevant to my decision to use you. It is not relevant. That's you hoping and projecting, not you, Christine, but in general, that's you hoping that you having had that experience is going to sell more of it. No, you are not going to sell more cruises because you went on a cruise. You are going to be more confident and organized in your sales approach because you went on a cruise. You took a river cruise. That means that you can answer questions better. It means that you can put together stronger, more confident scripting. It means that you can say the right things in your consult. Your own pictures are not worthy unless you are a professional photographer of big marketing pictures. My husband is an executive producer. I am a very strong photographer that I don't think you'd be able to, like if you look at my own Pinterest, my own not Pinterest, my own Instagram, Sandra Travel TV, I take all those photos, but I still would never use them for Pinterest. The same way that Ama Waterways or any of your favorite brands don't use staff photos for the brochures. Ouch. I know. Don't be mad. I love you, and that's why I'm hard on you. Why do Ama Waterways not use their staff photos for the brochure? Because they're fun. They're their memories, but they're not for brochures. They're not for marketing. You have to use professional images all the time. What's on your blog has to match what's in your pin. Because if people click from Pinterest across to your blog and it's not that same beauty, then no, not at all. I don't use any of my personal images on my websites ever. Okay, Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. She said, is there a reason not to batch write and then go ahead and post the articles so we can link them to the pins? Oh, absolutely no reason. Girl, I'm about to write 20 blogs. I'm going to WeWork in 8 minutes. And I today have to write 20 blogs that I'm going to give to Blessing in our team. And she's going to upload all 20 blogs to the website. And she's doing that so that we can do our next season of pins. Like, batching is absolutely key. There is nothing wrong with it. In fact, there's so many things right with it. Okay, thanks, Sandra, for the tips to use stock images. I can still blog on the destinations I visited, but use images. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I want for you. And if you're an all access pass, remember that you have my curated Unsplash gallery with, I think it's got like 10,000 images, and I've sorted them and I picked them for you. I picked them for you. So if you have all access pass, don't even go looking for images. Go straight to the all access gallery in Unsplash, and all the destinations are there. If you're missing a destination, tell the team and I'll build it for you. I'll take a quick break in the day. It takes me 10 minutes. I'm really good at picking images. It's like some people are good at decorating houses and others are not. I'm really good at things that go together. I know how to pick textures and pillows and all kinds of good things. And I'm good at picking images. So if you have all access pass, use those galleries. They're going to help you a lot. Okay, Wendy says, love Cat's all wardrobe posts. Me too, girl. That's why all my clothes are 5 colors only. My whole wardrobe, 5 colors. I really want to go all in on Pinterest. I'm glad, Nicole. I'm so glad. Okay, Rebecca says, should we stick to our brand colors to try to coordinate with the image to avoid clashing? And should we include our logo on the pin graphic? Logo, I tried it. I don't think it makes any difference. I think the logo is too small. When I looked at my Pinterest stats, remember it said on there that, let me just look real quick. It says on here 61, mobile, iPhone, iPad, Android, mobile web. It says here that over 80% of my audience, let me come back to you, over 80% of my audience are seeing the pins on a phone. Your logo is going to be so small on a pin, I wouldn't bother. I don't think that it helps. And they're not there for your brand. Remember, they're not there for anyone's brand. They're there for the destination content. Brand colors, I hope this is where y'all have brand colors that work with the images. My brand color, the tan color, I wear it when I record and I do lives. It's one of my best brand color choices I've made in my life for any project. And I also did it because it matches travel images. So use one or two of your brand colors that will work with the images, but pick the best images. And if your brand colors don't work for your images, I'm going to give you some good advice right now. Just do black and white. Just do black and white. White box with black text on it because it stands out so well. Remember those screenshots I showed you? Okay, send more questions. Okay. Bianca says, can you offer some advice on my performance? 5,008. Bianca, how do I not offer you advice when you went and put me against a wall in a corner with numbers? Of course I can. Impressions, 5,000. Engagements, 232. Outbound clicks, 4. Saves, 68. Engaged audience, 51. You're doing a good job. Your impressions are high, which means that Pinterest likes you. And Pinterest likes your content. The minute Pinterest doesn't like you, that will tank down. Engagements, 232. Outbound clicks, 4. Saves, 68. So I would say the impressions are good. Pinterest is showing your content because it matches what people are searching. So you must have something in your pin title or your description, words that match what people are looking for. Go ahead and very quickly put your URL in the box in the text box, and I'll see if it comes in fast enough before I wrap up in 4 minutes so I can have a quick look. But it's going to probably be what your pins look like. Do your pins look like mine? If your pins look like mine, that's good. If they don't look like mine, then you probably need to improve them. And I know that sounds a little bit egocentric to say that, but I've got the receipts. So until someone's got better receipts, that's what I recommend is the gold standard for Pinterest. I would say it's going to be your pin graphic or your image choice. The words that you're choosing in your pin title and your description is obviously what people are looking for because Pinterest is giving you impressions, which means that they're showing your content to people. So I would say that that would be the first place to start. If I see the link come up fast enough, I'll be able to do that. Okay. Should I be cross-posting to my personal account too? No, just your business account. Just your business account. You don't need to do anything on your personal Pinterest account, just your business account. Okay. Is it related to river cruising and the locks of the rivers? It is. Oh, it is related to river cruising and the locks of the rivers, a very random blog, but that blog plan for next year is very specific to destinations. Just whatever it is that you specifically want to sell. The only problem that I find with the locks, it's really hard to find beautiful images of the locks. So hard. Like when I did one for a client, she had locks for the river cruises. They're so ugly. But then I found some on Shutterstock and I was going to download it, pay for it, but it was of the Panama Canal and it was an aerial, which made it look really impressive. But that would be the only issue. You're going to have enough beautiful images of the locks to help make it work. Are there slots available to be featured on your site? Oh, yes, ma'am. We just have opened. Go to, I don't know the link because I didn't come here to promote it. It came up authentically in conversation. I think it's feature. Oh yeah, I found it. Hold on. I'm going to pin it. I'm so sorry. There we go. Yes. AuthenticEscapesTV.com/feature. So the show comes out early 26 on Apple, Tubi, and Amazon Prime. It'll be on 50 to 80 airlines around the world. We will show season 1 on the website when season 2 comes out, because for distribution reasons, like, if you're watching something on Netflix, you can't just go and watch it online for free because Netflix wouldn't want that. So after season 1 has completely aired and when season 2 starts airing, because we're already filming season 2, then we'll probably put season 1 on the show website. But we do have segments, like little sneak peeks for viewers, for our audience, for you guys. You can go in. I don't want to put it in this because it'll show up in YouTube, but go back through your emails. We emailed it to you last week, the actual link to watch all of season 1. I just don't want to put it up on here. But yes, there are. And what's really cool is I get to pick 3 categories, 3 niches, up to 3 niches to list in. And because we haven't publicly opened sign up yet for travel brands around the world, we just offered it to some of our community. You're still at the first 5 to 10 people to be listed in each category, and you stay there unless you decide to drop out, and then you'll go to the bottom. And our goal is to list a maximum of 100 businesses in each category because it's two columns of 50 rows, and that fits on one page. We feel like once it goes to the second page, you're probably not going to get looked at. So the fact that you can still list in the top 5 or top 10 of a niche is really good. Diary says, my social media manager does a great job. Love that. Nicole, I'm actually excited that a site favors stock image. It's a nice break from everything else that favors original photos. It's less work. I know, right? Pinterest make it easy. What if we post articles on LinkedIn? Can we share that to Pinterest? I just feel like sending people to LinkedIn, how are you going to get their email address? You could try it. I've never tried it. You could try it. I did try something else interesting. I started with a newsletter on LinkedIn. I think that's really cool. It did really, really well. But I'm specifically targeting tourism boards, and they're on there. So I don't know if your people are on LinkedIn that want to book travel, and how are you going to get their email? Wendy says, curious, if you have a home office, what's the benefit of using WeWork? It's near Houston School. Houston got accepted into one of the top 3 schools in California. We are so proud of him. It has a 2% acceptance rate, and we said we would do whatever we needed to do to make it work. It is a 30-minute drive from our house, and he has cello on Mondays, pickleball on Tuesdays, and basketball on Wednesdays, and we like to be there for those to watch them. It also has, unlike most schools in America, it has, definitely in California, it has a walk-on policy, which means that parents are able to be on campus all day, anytime. You can just pop up at any time, sign in, walk in. It's got very strong security, but we're allowed to walk in the morning and walk him to his classroom, go into the classroom, go to the playground, see the other parents, and we've become extremely involved. Our whole life revolves around the school right now. And so Anthony dropped Houston at school this morning and didn't leave. He dropped him at 8:30 and didn't leave campus until much later, like 30 minutes later, because we're always talking to parents. And we just found that coming home, we burned half an hour coming home and then half an hour going back in the afternoon. And also at home, we have a lot of distractions. We watch TV, we do laundry, we look for snacks, we fold blankets. I'm annoyed that I didn't fold that blanket. Then I remembered that I didn't put the frame TV on this morning. And I was like, oh, I wonder if there's new images, and see straight away I'm down a rabbit hole. So WeWork, we actually just started a partnership with WeWork where we're going to have a great deal for travel advisors who want to try it. It costs us around, on that deal, it'll cost around $8 a day. If you don't work very well at home, it works really, really well. If you have one near you, they're not all there, but that's why we do it. Rebecca, do you publish all the blogs or schedule them to publish over time so you're getting new content on the website? Amazing question. We published everything that we needed for our Pinterest strategy all at one time, because our Pinterest was too important to us to not be able to batch create. And we know from every time that we have tried and failed before trying to do Pinterest that we always fail at Pinterest when we're not consistent. We always smash goals when we are consistent. So if we know that about ourselves, what do we need to do? We need to batch create, which means we needed to have loaded all the pages that we wanted to come up in Pinterest. All of the URLs had to be completely ready. But we also know that the SEO, Google favors a new blog going up every week. So we're actually going to be doing both. And that's why I'm writing 20 blogs for Blessing today, because I want her to schedule those I want her to use the first 20 for our next Pinterest batch of content. And then I have to write another 20 next week, that are going to be used to schedule for 20 weeks every Wednesday at the same time of day, just so that we can raise up a little bit in the SEO for Google. Okay, this is a plug for you. Thanks, John. John says, I did the Pinterest class and was overwhelmed as I really am a total tech dummy. This served as a refresher, and guess what I'm doing this afternoon? Yay! Yes. You probably have to watch the Pinterest course 2 or 3 times. It's not that it's difficult, it's just that you have to really focus. Okay, Janelle says, you are convincing me that I need to get started on Pinterest. If you think you're too busy to start on Pinterest, Janelle, or anyone for that matter, take a break from Facebook and take a break from Instagram and come back to them after your Pinterest is up and running. I just can't stress to you enough, if I could get those results in 30 days, 40 days, without paying any ads, without using any fancy anything, just stock images, Canva, and my blog, you can do it too. Okay, Jennifer says, at one point I connected my account to Insta and now those posts are there. Can I get rid of them or just post a lot to drive them lower? I don't understand the question, but that's me. That's not you. Email me and I'll help you. Okay. Kimberly says, I currently have Pinterest connected to my Instagram to pull in images in addition to the pins I created to blog articles. No, turn off any connection to Pinterest to anything. Do it the right way. I promise you, it doesn't work the other way. Okay, amazing. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Can you help me? I want you to think about how you're going to make yourself consistent. How are you going to create time for Pinterest, or how are you going to get it done? So the type of answers that you might consider are, I'm going to pay you to do it. I'm going to be your next Pinterest VIP client. I'm going to do the course, and then I'm going to decide what time's required. I'm going to get my virtual assistant to do it. That's a good one. I'm going to batch create. I'm going to dedicate an entire week to doing Pinterest for the next 6 months. Or I'm going to dedicate half a day every single week to it. What is it that you're going to, how are you going to make space? While you're doing that, I do want to fix something. This blue has been driving me crazy. So now at the end, I just remembered how to get rid of it. So let me know. Oh, thank goodness. There we go. Okay. So let me know, what are you doing to make time? Woo! Jennifer's coming out guns blazing. Jennifer is taking Instagram off her phone. She's going to get back some time in her day. I love it. Darby is sending it to her social media manager. I love it. See, it doesn't matter. Just what is going to work for you? How are you going to make space? Andrea says, I'm starting to work with a new VA this week. It's going to be at the top of my list. I love this. Andrea, if you don't have our Pinterest course, buy the Pinterest course and make your VA take it. Make your VA take the course. Make your VA implement it. Honestly, because if you can't do it, that's okay. I have a team. My team helped me, right? But find a way to make it happen, whatever it is. You can see here, everybody's going to do different things. Jennifer's like, I'm deleting Instagram on my phone and just getting back some of my own time. Rebecca says, I'm going to batch the next 28 days and then schedule every Monday to post my new blog and keep it going. I love that. I love that. Pinterest, also doing Pinterest graphics. I don't know if you guys struggle at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon or on a Thursday or Friday. I find that those are my better days to do Pinterest, just for me, because my brain doesn't think that well. And I need a creative task. Nicole says, I'm going to batch this weekend and use my Tailwind account to schedule. I love it. Okay. Can I ask you for a favor before we go? Can I ask you for a favor? Oh, I'm going to email the link with the slides. Yes. With the replay from today, and a link to sign up for the Pinterest course, and a link to sign up for our VIP Pinterest services if you want to do that as well. Can I ask you to write me a little note in the chat, every single one of you, please, please. Can you tell me why you loved today's masterclass, or what your favorite thing about today's masterclass was, in a full sentence? So don't just write, because I want to screenshot them and show our team and put them up on the site. So let me know. Going My Way Travel says, I'm going to redo the Pinterest course and then batch schedule my pins. Yes, ma'am. You have the Pinterest course. You have exactly what you need to get started, and then you need to batch, because I want you guys to have those same results. Those stats are insane. I hit 13,000 this morning, and I've literally been going for a month. That's it. Okay. While you're writing a nice comment about today that I can show my team and look back on later, I'm going to make a coffee. Sorry to bring you around into my kitchen, but I'm going to make a coffee. Oh, you know what? I got these coffee cups. I'll show you while you're writing that. This is from South Africa. They were all handmade. We're excited. We're going back to Africa every summer moving forward. Actually, I'm going to have to WeWork, so I should have a coffee cup that I can take with me. All right, so tell me your comments. I'm going to put them up on the screen. Parents were just here and they put things back where they don't belong. Okay. And I'm having a decaf. I drink decaf coffee. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Please remind me where the course is located. I'm going to email it out to you with a link. Okay. Today's masterclass reignited my drive to be present on Pinterest. I needed this. Yay! I love that. Oh, I did. Okay, I love that. Thank you. Memorable times. Thank you for everything you do. It's always helpful and honest. Oh, I love that. I always do try to be helpful. I mean, what's the point otherwise, right? Oh, Luann is here. Oh my gosh. I feel so honored. Luann's like the matriarch. Okay, as always, such a great session. It helped me starting with the basics of how Pinterest works. Thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's because of you that I'm obsessed with Explorer. Okay, Kelly says, I'm going to redo the Pinterest course, start batching. Thanks for the remotivation. Anytime. I'm going to refocus on Pinterest. This was a great refresh. Thank you for the masterclass. I love that. Thank you. John says, I love that something so simple is so powerful. Thank you for the remotivation. That machine sounds like it's struggling, doesn't it? That's how we bought it. Nespresso trying to tell me it's normal. Janelle says, this masterclass was so helpful for me to understand the potential and value in using Pinterest for my travel business. I appreciated the practical tips. I'm excited to get started. I'm excited for you, Janelle. Can you email me and let me know your progress? Anyone, actually. Erica says, my favorite takeaway was learning which 2 stats to focus on and that destination should be the main focus. Yes, and Erica, what I love, my friend, is that it's not my opinion telling you to focus on destinations. I always want to show you proof, right? There are so many business coaches and content creators in the travel space. When I started, it was just us. And naively, I just thought it was always going to be us. But I'm glad there's space for all my competitors. But that's why I always caution you guys with competitors. Make people show you why. Don't let them tell you, this is what you have to do. This is a best practice. Make them show you the receipts. It's super important. In this case, I showed you this morning, it's not me saying it. It's my audience showing you that that's what they're looking for. And then I showed you it's what Pinterest audience as a whole are looking for. Plus, Erica, I don't know, you seem like the kind of person, just from how I've worked with you before, that you probably love reading like trends and forecasts and things like that. Pinterest just released their 2025-26 trends, and there's a section on travel and what people are looking for. Y'all, when I tell you Paris, everybody's looking for Paris, I'm going to go and create some of my blogs that I have to do for Paris, and that wasn't even on my list. She says, absolutely, I'm an analytics nerd through and through. I picked that up about you over the last few years. Go and just Google the Pinterest annual report or trends or whatever it is. Did I miss anyone's? Melissa said, my favorite thing is seeing the stats from your Authentic Escapes Pinterest page and the reasons behind why we need to focus on destinations. Yes, and I saw that you applied to be featured on, I don't know if you saw, but you got accepted, that you applied to feature Lizelle Travel on the directory. Now you can see why we have been going so hard for Pinterest for Authentic Escapes, because it's to drive all the traffic to your profiles so that you get amazing traffic coming from us. Somebody asked me, why do we, so one of you is not happy. I got a message. One of you is not happy that we insist that there's a criteria for being featured in our directory on the TV show website. And that specific criteria is that you charge planning fees. My friend, I don't know why you're here if you don't want to charge planning fees in my community, because I talk about it so much, it must make you frustrated. Every single travel business that features on our website must charge planning fees, because I have a plan, a future plan to, like this year plan, that as consumers, when the show launches, as consumers start coming in, I'm going to have a whole section on why I, as a TV host and a travel industry expert, think you should use a travel advisor, and why it's not going to be used, it's going to be hire a travel advisor. I think, and Ass is going to kill me, one of the biggest mistakes that all of these big organizations use was match or find an advisor, find an agency. Our language is hire a travel professional. We're not calling you advisors or agents or agencies, because you're all in different stages of love with the names. So we're saying hire a travel professional. We want people to pay your planning fees. You get 100% of your planning fees. We don't take anything, but that's why we didn't accept some people who applied to the directory or to the collection, because you have to charge fees to be listed on the site. It's really important. Enjoy this today. I had Pinterest on my list. I love that you put everything in a new way that we can understand. Oh, you're so welcome. Darby says, I love that Pinterest is a search engine and you do not need to think about the likes. I know. Jennifer says, I'm so glad that stock photos are the way to go. It's going to save so much time. I know. I'm so grateful. I think I got everyone's. Josie says, I say hire and not use. Yeah, I want people to hire. Thanks, sis. I want people to hire a travel professional on our site. I don't want them to think that you can just match with a travel professional or they can learn more. No, hire that person. Oh, sorry, I'm getting all really aggressive. Thanks for the reminder and the remotivation to tap into Pinterest. I took the class before, but I needed this encouragement to actually do it. Thank you for all that you do. Oh, you are so welcome. So welcome. If you're looking for a coffee creamer recommendation, this one is super clean. California Farms, not used to anything, not related to anything. Okay, and last one, as always, a great presentation. Love the Pinterest insights that you share and insights that you share. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, thank you. I am heading off to WeWork now to have a great day. Just think to yourself, what would it mean to you to get, oh, can I tell you my goal real quick? Oh, heavy on the creamer. My goal is to have on the Authentic Escapes website, this is my first time saying it out loud, my goal is to have 50,000 website clicks a month. And I put my stats. Erica, do this. I took my stats, and Darby, because you have a social media manager too, but anyone can do this. I took my screenshots of my analytics and I put it into chat, and I asked chat, can you forecast for me, if I kept doing what I'm doing, how long will it take me to reach my goal? 23 months. That's it. 23 months. 13 months to get to 50,000 hits on my website a month, like clicks on my website from travelers, and 100,000 is my next one. And then eventually my long-term goal is 1 million visits to my website, so that people can hire a travel advisor. So I took the stats and put them into chat, my screenshots of my analytics, and it told me, and then it went on and told me what I can do to increase. And it talked about running ads to ones that are working well. Nerd. Anyway, okay. Bye everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Anthony's blowing up my phone. He's like, you should have been here 30 minutes ago. Bye.